And we're ready to tip off at center. It looks like Anthony Chin is going to take this tip off for Pinkerton. And the ball is controlled by Bedford. Quick break. Layup no good. Now Kazajanski tries to put it up. Blocked. Rebound by the Astros. Tyrone Chin bringing it over the timeline. Bedford in a 2-3 defense.
Early opportunity there for Soden. Just couldn't finish on the break. Shot was altered on the way in.
Pass inside to Marshall. Now he dishes it out to Tyrone Chin. Cross it to Kane. Back down low to Anthony Chin. The three from the corner, no good. Bounces out. Bedford's got a break. Soden driving to the bucket, lays it up and good.
Soden out quick on the break. Had Kazajanski, if he wanted to headman that ball, decided to keep it himself. Probably would have gotten a goaltending call too, as the back slap happened from one of the Astro defenders.
Down low, here's a pass inside to Marshall. He has to get away from some interference, but puts it up, and it's good. Tied up now, 2 apiece in the 7th minute of play.
Nifty little baby hook with his right hand in the lane.
And you can really, the size difference is quite striking.
Sure.
Ball's loose, goes into the Bedford end. Officials say it was hit by a Pinkerton player, so Bedford will retain possession and bring it out from under their basket.
Yeah, tap from behind there, I believe, by Tyrone Chin. Reached around. Got the ball on the tip and hit it the length of the court. Now Pinkerton's in full court defense.
Here's
and they get a turnover.
Chin puts it up off the basket. That's 2 for Anthony Chin. Astros taking the lead 4-2, kind of a sloppy inbound play there. Bedford gets it over the timeline, sends it over to Soden. Soden driving to the basket, lays it up. And they're going to call an offensive.
That's Toscano. Look for the three. Little up fake, got to the lane, but one of the defenders moved over and got great position, drew the offensive foul on Sean Toscano. He picks up his first.
So the Astros bring it back now. Tyrone Chin carrying the ball. Over to brother Tony. Back to Tyrone. Kane at the top of the key. Being watched by Soden, gets inside to Marshall. Marshall at the three-point line, pass across to Tyrone. Now pass, a give and go, and a layup and good for Aiden Kane.
And that's how you beat that 2-3 zone. They're getting cutters right down from the top. They draw the defenders out from the middle, and Aiden Kane made a great cut right down the middle.
Now here's a jumper by Soden, it's a little off. Rebound Pinkerton. Quick pass to Tyrone Chin. He pulls up, gets it to brother Tony. Now Tyrone for 3. It's a little short off the rim, but rebound there by Jenkins. Dishes it off to Kane, who puts it off the glass. An 8-0 run here for the Astros. They're up 8-2. Now Bedford into the offensive end. Pass inside to Lafferty. Now here's a foul. I thought that was going to be a foul, but they're going to call it off. A 3 attempt goes off the glass. And now turnover under the Bedford basket. Soden brings it back for the Bulldogs. Driving to the basket, pulls it up. Gets the friendly roll, it's good. 4 points for Luke Soden. He breaks that 8-0 run. It's 8-4 now, Astros.
Great body control as he got into the lane, elevated. Saw some traffic in front of him, held that ball for a second, was able to get the deuce.
Anthony Chin trying to drive to the basket, winds up drawing a foul.
That's going to be on TJ O'Connell. He picks up his first, second on the team.
Ball's inbounded. Kane over to Tyrone Chin. Back to Kane. And Kane traveled. The turnover by the Astros.
He got his defender in the air. Had the opportunity to make a drive, but was looking for contact there. Drove into the defender and forgot to put that ball on the floor.
Long
Great
pass.
catch there by Toscano.
Yeah, he had to really reach up for it. He winds up drawing a foul from Marshall. So that's the first foul on the Astros. The big man, Jackson Marshall, drawing that one. And it's a foul in the act of shooting, so Sean Toscano will have 2 here from the line.
I think they're going to give that to Anthony Chin as he came down and whacked Toscano on his way up. Toscano's first is short.
Looks like a substitution now for the Bulldogs. Andrew Zimmerman coming into the game. Kazajansky coming out. Toscano resetting here for his second shot.
Some early adversity for the Bulldogs here. Toscano hits the back end. He has 1 point.
That makes it 8-5. Tyrone Shin across to Jenkins. He gets double teamed, but he now gets it into Kane. Kane brings it up to the top of the key. Over to Tony Chin. He's being guarded by Soden. Back out top to Kane. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's a long three. Good by number 3, Anthony Chin.
That was great patience by Chin there. Up fake, got the defender to fly by and got it to go.
Beautiful floater there by TJ O'Connell. Answers with 2. 11-7, Pinkerton up. Here's Kane, he thinks about a 3, pulls it back. Now pass to Marshall. Dribbling toward the basket, now dishes it out to Tyrone Shin. His 3 is short. Rebound by the Astros by Kane. He gets double teamed, loses the ball momentarily. And now they're gonna call a foul. And it's gonna go on O'Connell, the second foul. Tried to lunge to that loose ball, but instead got the player.
You sure did. Gotta love the hustle. Unfortunately, he caught a lot of body there. So he's gonna take a seat with 2 fouls.
And Andrew Grudinskis is gonna come in.
Grudinskis comes in for Toscano. And Kazajansky comes back in as O'Connell takes a seat.
Marshall way out top, not under the basket. Down low to Jenkins in the corner. He stops, now he tries to get it to his partner there, Kane, down low. Pass inside to Tyrone Shin, and we're gonna get another Bedford foul here, reach in.
Looks like that Zimmerman's gonna pick up a reach.
No, that's
that's
on
Grudinskis. I'm sorry, yep.
So Astros inbounding the ball into the corner. Kane dribbles, gets it down low to Tyrone Shin. He thinks about a 3, pulls it down. Over to Kane. Now Tony Shin drives, pulls up. His pass goes off a Bedford player, but they recover. Astros maintain control here.
Long possession here for the Astros.
Yeah, 2:49 to go here in the first. Now a long 3 is good by Aiden Kane. And he's got 7 points now. Astros lead 14-7. Bit of a press there by the Astros, and they're going to draw a foul. I believe it's going to go on Kane.
Yeah, Kane picks up a cheapie there. Blocking foul. You know, the Astros are, as you mentioned, extending that defense full court, trying to get some cheap turnovers. They got one early, but since then, the Bulldogs have handled that pressure okay.
Grudinskis brings it over the timeline. Kazajansky down to the corner. Now Kazajansky gets it back. Dribbles. Trial of ill-advised pass there, almost got intercepted. Down to the corner for Soden. He dribbles and jumps in good from about 8 feet out.
Great step through. Dribbled through 2 defenders, got a little space, and pulled up from about 12 feet. Knocked down the mid-range jumper. He has 6 now. Ooh.
And a drive there by Tyrone Shin, loses the ball on the way out, but they're going to say that Bedford touched the ball. Possession stays with the Astros.
Bedford did touch the ball, but that was one of those cases where the ball looked like it went off the knee of the offensive player.
A shot by Anthony Shin is no good. Marshall with the rebound, also no good. Bedford gets the rebound, and Tyrone Shin picks his pocket. Back to Marshall, he lays it up and in.
Sneaky play right there by Tyrone Shin, just chasing down the ball handler, poked it free and got the turnover.
Yeah, sometimes being the last guy out of the zone is a benefit for Marshall. He was there waiting for the turnover.
Right. There's Soden again. Boom! For 3 along that far sideline.
9 points for Soden, and that keeps the Bedford Bulldogs in this game. Pinkerton leads 16-12 here with 1:16 to go in the first quarter. Tony Chin dribbles.
They got to keep feeding the hot hand when they get back down to that offensive end. Soden's been strong all over, getting drives, mid-range, and then that one on the 3-pointer.
Gudinskis on defense. Now Soden watching Kane. He drives along the baseline.
Great
and they're going to call an offensive on Aiden Kane, his second foul.
Kane picks up his second as Dylan Lafferty sprinted across the lane, got defensive position, and picked up that offensive foul. And now looks like Kane's going to go to the bench with 2 fouls here early. Quinn Hammer checks in, and Kane will indeed head to the bench.
3 team fouls on the Astros. There are, I believe, 4 or 3 on Bedford.
4 on Bedford, 2 on O'Connell, 1 on Toscano, and 1 on Gudinskis.
Into the Bedford
Soden
zone.
again.
Soden from 3.
Got it. Kid's on fire here early, 12 points. And it's a 1-point game with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Coach Dave Chase calling out instructions to his Astros players. Looks like they're going to slow the pace down a little bit.
Bedford has switched into a man-to-man. Some of these matchups are going to be tough, so they're quick on the help.
Now a 3 by Marshall off the rim. No good. Rebound Tyrone Shin. Ball's on the floor. Who to go off of? Off of Astros. It's going to go over to Bedford.
First opportunity to take the lead after that opening tip breakaway.
And change for the Astros. Anthony DeSalvo comes in, and Jackson Marshall's going to take a seat. 13.4 seconds left on the clock. One more possession here for the Bulldogs. Bring it over the timeline. Contact there, and they're going to call that. Dylan Lafferty taking the blow there, but it's not a shooting foul.
Sean Jenkins picks up the foul for the Astros, number 23. 9.3 seconds left here in the first quarter.
So Gudinskis will inbound this ball. Looking for an opening. Gets it over to Soden. Pass across to Kazajanski. Takes a 3. Off. Rebound by Pinkerton. Long pass goes almost out of bounds, but the buzzer goes off, so nothing happens there. Exciting first quarter. Astros take a big lead. Bedford fights back. It's 16 for Pinkerton and 15 for the Bulldogs.
Impressive first quarter by Luke Soden. He's been shooting out of the gym here. The sophomore guard has 12 points. If not for him, the Bulldogs only have 3. So he's definitely keeping them in, getting some daylight. Mid-range shots, 2 3-pointers, and of course a couple layups there. So 12 points for Soden, 2 for O'Connell, 1 for Toscano.
And for Pinkerton, it's Anthony Shin with 5 points, Aiden Kane with 7, and 4 for Jackson Marshall.
Interestingly enough, 2 players have gone to the bench early with foul trouble. Aiden Kane for the Astros sat down with 2 fouls, as did TJ O'Connell for the Bulldogs.
Quick programming note, we'll be back here. It's going to be a busy week. We've got 4 games, 3 on radio, 1 on TV. We're going to be right back here tomorrow as the girls will take on Dover. I'm sorry, it's not tomorrow. It's going to be Wednesday. Wednesday will be Dover here in the BHS gym against the girls. Followed up on Thursday, we'll have girls hockey on BCTV. They'll be taking on Concord. That's a strong opponent. And then Friday, the girls are back here. I wrote Dover twice. No, actually, it's Merrimack that's here on Wednesday. Dover's Friday, Merrimack on Wednesday.
So 3 hoops games Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and a hockey game on Thursday.
That's the layup.
Sounds good.
Second quarter underway. Astros with the ball. Tyrone Shin dribbles, gives it to his brother Tony. Tony tries to get around a defender. Kicks it back to Tyrone. His 3 is no good. Ball goes out of bounds off a Bedford player. Possession will stay with Pinkerton.
Yeah, Kazajanski got a hand on that, trying to go up for that defensive rebound. So the Astros will keep the ball.
Tony Shin over to Tyrone Shin. Back to Tony. Down low to King. Pass over to DeSalvo. He couldn't get his hands on it. Now here's a turnover. Sean Toscano takes it away. Pauses, but he gets it blocked. Boy, Shin came back and blocked that shot.
Sure did. Looked like Toscano didn't need to pause there.
And the layup attempt by the Astros, no good. Bedford gets it back. Gudinskis tries the pass. It goes off the Astros player hand, and it's going to stay possession Bedford.
Exciting basketball here, back and forth action, 50 seconds, still no score in the second quarter here. We remain at a 1-point Astro lead 16-15.
Grodzinskis. Toscano with it now, top of the key. Now Kazajansky inside. Pass to number 22, Cal McAuliffe, who's in the game, but he can't control it. Goes out of bounds. It'll go over to Pinkerton.
Yeah, Zimmerman looked to make that big-to-big pass. McAuliffe just couldn't get his hands on it.
6:49 to play here in the second.
That was a shame. Toscano made a great steal here out into top of the key and just couldn't finish that play.
Yeah, you're right. He kind of waited. He could have just went right to the basket.
A crowded offensive set for the Astros along the far side there. Get it up high now to Chin.
Now here's Jenkins. Tries to get it inside to Quinn Hammer, and we're going to get a foul here on Bedford.
Cal McAuliffe, yeah, he'll pick up the foul. Trying to body up down low, just got a little too physical. Kazajansky will take a seat as Dylan Lafferty checks in.
And Anthony DeSalvo comes out for the Astros as well. Jenkins over to Tyrone Chin, gets it to Anthony Chin, who fights his way to the basket, and it goes in.
Great footwork there by Anthony Chin. Rolled back to his left, powered through some contact. Got that to fall.
Now see what the Bulldogs can do. They trail by 3, 18-15. Grodzinskis over to Lafferty. Dribbles momentarily. Now he's got to get it out to McAuliffe. Cross-court pass to Toscano, runs the floater, bounces around but doesn't go in. Rebound by Pinkerton. A give and go. Oh, what a beautiful play there, brother to brother. Tyrone to Anthony Chin, he dunks it.
Tyrone threw it up, Anthony threw it down.
Now here's a three by Toscano, rolls around, no good. Rebound by Marshall. Now Tyrone Chin leaves it for Marshall again. Oh, looks like an offensive, no call there. Underneath to Jenkins, and he gets it shot blocked. Ball goes out of bounds, it'll stay with Pinkerton.
Lafferty got a quick hand in there. Was able to knock the ball free. Does go out of bounds, so the Astros will keep possession. And a 5-point lead here as they inbound under their offensive basket.
Bulldogs yet to score in this quarter. Another give and go underneath to Anthony Chin, but he gives it up to Marshall, who lays it up and puts it in. He's 6 points now for Marshall as that lead extends to 7, 22-15.
That was a crafty secondary option as they looked for Chin on that initial inbound pass, but then hit Marshall cutting down the lane.
Long three by Soden was no good. Now here's Marshall's three, and that's good. The big man has the stroke.
Quick 9-point run here is going to get Coach Moreno to take a timeout. And you're right, Jackson Marshall has been impressive. He's finished in and around the hoop with a little baby hook here and there, a couple of offensive boards and putbacks, but he's also buried a three. I've also been impressed by his passing. He's been patient with the ball.
Yeah, he's
found some teammates off the ball.
He's been playing all over the floor. He's not always underneath the basket. Sometimes he comes out outside the three-point line, quarterbacks the offense a little bit.
He leads the Astros in scoring along with Anthony Chin. Both players have 9 points so far, Aiden Kane with 7. That rounds out to 25 points for the Astros.
That's the scoring core right there for the Astros. And Bulldogs, of course, led by Luke Soden. He's got 12 points so far. TJ O'Connell, 2, and Sean Toscano, 1 for 2 from the foul line, 1 point.
And you're right, the Bulldogs offense has really stalled here. The first 3 minutes of the second quarter, you've yet to score. They've had a couple of good looks, breakaway, a couple of open jumpers. They just haven't gotten it to fall.
Yeah,
and they really haven't gotten any offensive boards either. The Astros are cleaning up the boards on the defensive end.
No, like you pointed out, the size advantage is pretty obvious here. It's a really tough climb for the Bulldogs to overcome that. They're hanging in there pretty good, though.
That 9-point lead pushes the lead out to, 9-point run pushes the lead to 10 points, 25-15.
Here's Soden at the top of the key. Kicks it out to Kazajansky, who drives, now pulls up, and the call is a foul? Yes.
John Jenkins will pick up his second foul.
Little contact foul there. That's the 5th team foul. Still not in the bonus. Both teams have 5 team fouls.
Looks like Ethan Johnston will check in for Sean Jenkins as he picked up his second foul. That's the second Astro with 2 fouls now, as Aiden Kane also has 2.
And TJ O'Connell is the lone Bulldog with 2 fouls. Zimmerman has it, gives it to Soden, drives in the key, loses the ball, taken away by Tony Chin. Kicks it out to Marshall, back to Tony Chin. Down low, Marshall drives along the baseline, lays it up, no good, but he drew a foul.
We'll head to the line. Austin Kazajanski will pick up the foul.
And that's his second.
Second foul on Kazajanski, and Jackson Marshall will go to the line for 2. Buries the first.
Guys smooth at the foul line. DeSalvo's back in for Pinkerton. Quinn Hammer comes out. Marshall sinks the second one as well. 11 points for the big man. Coming up on the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Bedford getting blanked in this period so far. 11-0 run.
The Astros have bounced into a 2-3. We're in a man-to-man defense, the last defensive set.
And that's Lafferty with the ball, leaves it there for Kazajanski. Gives it to Soden and now Toscano. Bedford looking for an opening, playing the outside here. Now here's the 3 from Toscano. It's way off the mark. And it goes off of Kazajanski. It's going to be Astros ball.
A bit strong there for Toscano. O'Connell comes back in for Kazajanski. I think he missed a couple passes in that set. Had a couple open shooters. Coach Moreno wanted him to swing that ball a little bit quicker. So O'Connell checks back in. The Bulldogs are in their man-to-man defense, looking for quick help where appropriate.
And a play broken up there by Andrew Zimmerman. Got his hand on the ball, goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Astros. We're going to get a timeout here.
Yep, Coach Chase is going to take a timeout. Wants to get a play drawn up. He has a 12-point lead, but values every possession, so he's going to see what he can do to get another couple points on the board.
And meanwhile, Frank Moreno, the Bulldogs coach, has to come up with a plan to get on the scoreboard in this period. They haven't scored anything.
No, the shooting has dried up, but they haven't had really great looks either. There've been a couple turnovers, a couple shots that have been way off. And they're going to need some kind of spark here to get their offensive sets going.
Once again, we'd like to welcome listeners on WEVXLP 95.1, Dairies Evolution. So no doubt we have some Astros fans tuning into this broadcast. TV coverage, of course, on BC TV Channel 16. You can go on our website, bedfordtv.com, and click on the live stream link for Channel 16 to watch the video. Anthony Chin gets it over to Marshall. He tries a 3, and it's good.
Got it.
And he was getting hacked there while he's trying to get that shot away, too.
Well, at least the hand was in there for TJ O'Connell trying to distract the shooter. I'm not sure if he actually made contact, but certainly trying to distract.
Now underneath is a shot by TJ O'Connell. It's a little short, but
O'Connell picks up his 3rd foul on a loose ball foul after that loose ball there. Trying to chase down the offensive rebound, gave a little shove in the back, and he gets called for a foul.
You know, when it rains, it pours. Can't buy a basket in collecting fouls here, so O'Connell's going to take a seat with 3 fouls, and that puts the Astros into the bonus here. With 2:53 to play, already a 15-point deficit here for the Bulldogs.
Ethan Johnston will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
And Johnston is good on the first. His first point of the game.
Earns a second, pushes the lead to 16 points.
Johnston is the first player outside the big 3 to put a point on the board for the Astros, and he gets the second one too.
Smooth and confident was Johnston up there. A couple dribbles, little spin, nothing but net.
Now the Bulldogs still trying to get on the board with 2:44 left.
This is where you need your shooters to start coming through. They're in a 2-3 defense. Outside shooting needs to come through. They get an open look here. There it is.
A 3 from Kazajanski. That breaks the drought. It's his first 3 points of the game. 32-18 now, Pinkerton.
And as we were speaking, that's the look that you need. They're going to pack the zone, 2-3. They're going to stay in the paint, make it tough inside. You need those three-point shooters to start knocking it down from the outside.
Here's Tyrone Shin over to Aiden King. Down low to Johnston. Pass across to Marshall. He's at the three-point line. Sends it across the court to Johnston. He's dribbling, looking underneath, too far. I think the ball got hit by a Bedford player, but the officials are going to say it went off of the Astros.
Yeah, Johnston looked at his hand after he made that errant pass, so it seemed like it slipped out of his hand just as he was looking across court.
Yeah, that's why I assumed it went off a Bedford player. That pass was just so errant. So we're under 2 minutes to go here. Soden driving to the basket. He got Marshall to leave his feet and then tried to dish it underneath, and the pass just went right through the legs.
Yeah, that's a tough pass too. It was a good look, but the pass was at the feet of Lafferty, and that's a really tough one to catch. So Soden made a great move to get into the lane, drew some defenders, and pass was just too low.
So Tony Chin down to the corner. Hammer. Pass underneath to DeSalvo. He gets blocked. Tries again and gets it. He's going to get the and one.
Credit to Salvo. Stuck with it. Got his own offensive rebound. Went strong after that. Hard up to the rim, and Kazajanski's going to pick up his third foul.
I think strong is a key word here with these Astro players. They not only have a size advantage, but I think they're more physical.
They sure are.
DeSalvo adds the +1. He gets 3, and it's now 35-18. Astros leading with a 1:25 left here in the second quarter. Soden gets double teamed, turns the ball over, and a dunk right there by Tyrone Chin, his first points of the game. And they just keep piling on, 37-18. 19-point lead. Kazajanski to Soden, he tries to drive through. The runner bounces in and out, no good. Marshall with the rebound. The Astros coming back here with under a minute to play. Johnston cross court to Tyrone Chin, up to Marshall. Marshall pulls up for the 3.
Ooh.
That's no good.
Heat check.
Rebound by Tyrone Chin, no good as well. But now a call is made under the basket by the official. It's going to go against the Astros. Who got the call?
Quinn Hammer picks up the loose ball foul.
16 foul on the Astros here. Now 45 seconds left. Bulldogs with the possession here. Tyrone Chin pressuring in the backcourt, but Bedford's able to beat that. Soden thinks about a 3, sends it down to Kazajanski. He takes a little bit of a bump on the way. Kicks it out to Toscano. The 3 no good, but the rebound attempt there by, was that Kazajanski under the basket?
Zimmerman was under there, causing trouble for the Astros on the rebound. So that ball goes off the Astros, and the Bulldogs get a second look.
Kazajanski draws a double team at the top of the key. Pass goes off the official, but Soden's able to recover. And now a reach-in foul going to be called on Anthony Chin.
That's his second. Looks like Soden will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Boy, the Astros really putting on the pressure,
They
both
sure
in
are.
the backcourt and in the front court.
You mentioned it a couple minutes ago. Big, strong kids. They're very athletic, very quick. And you have that ability when you're in a 2-3 zone to really extend up high pressure and look for those easy turnovers.
Well, that's an 11-2 team the Bulldogs are playing here. And they're certainly playing like one.
Jackson Marshall will take a seat with 20 seconds left in the half. Soden is good on the front end of the 1-and-1. He has 13 now.
Soden was red hot in the first, cooled off quite a bit here. Of course, the entire Bulldogs team has cooled off.
Right.
Second shot just off the mark, no good. Rebound to the Astros with 17 seconds to play in the half.
The Astros will hold for one shot.
Brandon Gendron in the game now. Coach Chase is indicating to his troops to play for the last shot. They've got 6 seconds. 5, 4, here's Gendron with the 3. Too strong, rebound Bedford. Ooh, wow, some real contact there. Dylan Lafferty got hit pretty hard on that rebound.
Looked like DeSalvo might have got a lot of piece of the arm, but The official was standing right there, doesn't make the call, and we'll go into halftime with a sizable lead here. The Astros are ahead 37-19 as the Bulldogs were only able to muster 4 points
4 points. Wow.
in that second quarter. Ouch.
So that really put them behind the 8 ball. They're trailing by 18 points. Quick recap of scoring. For Bedford, Sean Toscano was 1 point. Luke Soden, he has 13. TJ O'Connell with 2, and Austin Kazajansky with a 3. And do you have your Pinkerton numbers there?
Absolutely. The Astros are led by Jackson Marshall. He has 14. Anthony Chin with 9. Aiden Kane with 7. Anthony DeSalvo with 3, and 2 points apiece for Ethan Johnston and Tyrone Chin will round out the scoring and the 37 points for the Astros.
We're going to take about a 10-minute break on the radio side. Welcome back to Bedford High Gymnasium, where the second half is coming up here. Astros with a big lead, 37-19 at the half. And Drew, Drew, the team statistician, got you some statistics during the halftime here.
Yeah, he sure did. So first thing that pops off the page is the 4 points in the second quarter. I mean, that's a tough quarter scoring. That's where the Astros really started to pull away. They had a 22-point quarter versus just 4 points for the Bulldogs. A couple of other things that really pop off. Field goal percentage, 56% for the Astros versus 35% for the Bulldogs. So they're shooting much better because they're getting better looks. Another thing that really pops off is the rebounding disadvantage for the Bulldogs. The Pinkerton Astros have 14 rebounds to just 4 for the Bulldogs. So giving those second chance opportunities on the offensive end and cleaning up their act on the defensive end, not giving the Bulldogs any second chance opportunities.
Foul situation for both teams. Anthony Chin with 2 fouls, Aiden Kane with 2, Sean Jenkins with 2, and Quinn Hammer with 1 for Pinkerton. Meanwhile, for Bedford, TJ O'Connell has to be careful. He's got 3 fouls on him. Everybody else, though, Austin Kazajansky with 2, Cal McAuliffe with 1, Andrew Gadinskas with 1. And we are about to begin the second half and the play-by-play courtesy of Corey Munstertiger.
Yeah, sure. Also of note, I want to point out the free throw shooting. The Bulldogs were 2 of 4 for 50%. Kudos to the Astros for going 5 for 5 from the line, 100%. That free throw shooting has been indicative of their overall field goal percentage. Sharp from the field, sharp from the line. Good shooting overall. We'll start the third quarter here with Soden passing into Toscano, getting the ball back. The Astros are in a 2-3 zone. Soden gets a wide open lane to the hoop. Nobody came and stopped him, so he took advantage, and he has 15 now.
Good start for the Bulldogs this period, getting the first shot in.
The Bulldogs are extending their pressure as they come full court with their 2-3 zone, making it difficult for the Astros, at least taking some time off the clock there. Far side here. Chin looks to drive baseline, can't get there as Kazajansky moves his feet quickly. They swing it around up top. Marshall back to Anthony Chin. Chin sidesteps, gets to the elbow, takes it a little short. Soden picks up the rebound. Toscano into the break, finds Kazajansky, and he'll finish for 2. Kazajansky now with 5. Quick transition for the Bulldogs, and they have 4 quick points, matching their total for the entire second quarter. They let up a layup here to Tyrone Chin, though, as he gets quickly into the lane and easy for the right-handed lay-in.
Yeah, he went strong to the basket, no problem there.
30, I'm sorry, Harry, finish your thought.
No, I'm done.
39-23 is the Astros lead. The Bulldogs back attacking this 2-3 zone. Lafferty to the corner. O'Connell back to Kazajansky. He gets into the lane too strong on a floater. And rebound goes off of Kazajansky as he tried to chase down his miss.
I noticed the Bulldogs' tempo has really picked up here in the second half.
They sure are. Their intensity level is higher. They're going to need to do something. Make some changes, get a couple turnovers here and there.
Oh,
and they get one right here. Soden with the easy lay-in, lefty, up and off the rim. He has 17 of the Bulldogs' 25 points.
That was a great anticipation play by Soden.
Chin tries to answer on the three-point line. That was Tyrone Chin missing from long distance. Jackson Marshall gets into the lane, can't get it to go. Kazajansky out quick to Soden. He had a terrible...
Oh, on the line.
Terrible angle for the lay-in, so he looked to Toscano. Couldn't make the pass as Aiden Kane picked it off, but Kane's foot was on the baseline, so the Bulldogs will keep possession.
He was trying to do the ballerina toe. Try to stay in bounds, couldn't do it.
Tough one for him. Toscano along the baseline. Gets to an open jumper and sinks it. Toscano has 3 now. And you're absolutely right. You sensed that increase of intensity, and they pulled it back to within 12 points here. 39-27. Quick pass into the lane to Marshall, and he gets fouled on the cut through the lane.
Looks
Luke
like
Soden's going to pick up his first of the game.
Yeah, they had a double team on Marshall. I think that's going to be the plan from here on out. They're going to put 2 men on him.
They're jamming that lane, too. They're in a 2-3 zone against the big man. Of course, Marshall takes up a lot of space, big frame, soft touch. He's been an impressive player for just a sophomore. He gets the inbound pass now. Looks cross court, finds Tyrone Chin. He passes to his brother up at the top of the key. Checked there by Toscano. Marshall, cross court pass to Chin, and it's good for 3. Tyrone Chin buries a 3-pointer. He has 7 now.
42-27, the Astros lead.
Toscano finds Soden for 3, and that is good. Yeah. Rattles around and buries it.
That ball thought about it.
It sure did. Used just about every piece of the iron there, but Soden has 20 now. Impressive night for the sophomore. The Astros get the Bulldogs defense scrambling. Jackson Marshall powers his way inside, picks up the foul, gets the hoop and the harm as Lafferty whacks him on the way up.
Man, what a helpless feeling there. Lafferty is just doing everything he can to contain Marshall. Marshall just bulls his way through and draws a foul in the process.
Sure does. He bulls his way through, but he's using nifty footwork to do it. Impressive moves by the big man. He makes good on the N1. And Marshall has 17 now. Bulldogs now attacking that 2-3 defense. Kazajanski gets swatted by Marshall. Lafferty now in the lane. Gets it up and he gets swatted by Marshall. He pins it off the backboard. Chin into transition and gets an easy lay-in. Tyrone Chin has 9 now. And they press the lead back to 17, 47-30. Some frantic action here in the third quarter. First 4 minutes. Seen a good amount of scoring. Solid plays left and right. Lafferty in the lane. Kazajanski from 3, and that's good. Kazajanski now with 8.
Yeah, Lafferty got triple team there under the basket. Thought about going up, but knew he was doomed if he tried. Got it out to Kazajanski, sunk to 3.
And Lafferty had good patience there. He could have tried to go back up. And now he's going to pick up an offensive foul here on Jackson Marshall, his first. Great footwork by Lafferty to get across there, get position, and draw that offensive foul.
Some substitutions here for Bedford. Lafferty comes out of the game.
And that's a big charge to take. I mean, he's a big boy there. Marshall coming strong to the hoop. Lafferty stepped in and took that right in the chest.
McAuliffe is in for Bedford as well. 3:43 to go here.
McAuliffe finds Kazajanski, but Kazajanski takes too many steps. Gets called for the travel. And there's a turnover on the Bulldogs. So 47-33, 14-point lead for the Astros. They take the ball. And Anthony Chin will pass into Tyrone Chin.
You know, Bulldogs really made up a lot of ground in this third quarter. They got to keep that momentum up.
Nifty pass here by Marshall. He finds Hammer along the baseline. Hammer doesn't hammer it down, but gets the lay-in. Kazajanski's 3 is off the mark. We head back the other way. Tyrone Chin kicks to the corner, and that pass is deflected by Soden and then touched by Anthony Chin on the way out, so the Bulldogs get the turnover back.
16-point lead here for the Astros.
3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs dealing with an aggressive 2-3 zone. O'Connell deep 3, no good. Rebound, outlet pass quickly up. Anthony Chin to Tyrone Chin, and now he has 11 on the easy lay-in.
Yeah, he was like waiting under the basket for that rebound.
Sure was. That's the beauty of the 2-3. You play that aggressive defense, you can have those guards get out quickly on the transition. In this case, they get a foul called, as Tyrone Chin will pick up his first foul of the game.
Unfortunate call there because the ball dribbled off the foot of Soden. Would have been a turnover otherwise.
Sure would have, and again, those guards were releasing, so the Chin brothers were out and ready to go, ready for a highlight reel play. But the foul was called. O'Connell gets into the lane, up off the backboard, doesn't go.
That just hung there.
Again, he gets in, and Marshall with his third block in the matter of 2 minutes. Three-pointer by Toscano is no good. He gets back, can't get back in time, and Tyrone Chin has an easy lay-in. Tyrone Chin with 13 now, and the lead is 20 for the Astros, 53-33.
Yeah, he's got 11 in this quarter alone.
O'Connell drives hard, lefty, finds a cutter along the baseline. His pass is a bit low for Toscano. Marshall, with great hustle play, puts his hand on the ball on the baseline, so it will stay with the Bulldogs. And we'll get a substitution here as Lafferty checks in and Zimmerman checks in for the Bulldogs. McAuliffe and O'Connell will sit down.
Looks like Marshall's going to take a seat as well. DeSalvo comes in for him.
Good hustle play there by Marshall, just a little too late as that ball was touching the baseline.
Might have hurt himself in that play too, Marshall.
He's a little tender. Toscano to the corner to Soden, hot hand. A little cool on that shot. Goes off the back rim. But the Bulldogs come away with the offensive board. 20 points is the lead here for the Astros, 53-33. 1:40 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs patiently approaching this 2-3 defense. Toscano gets to the free throw line. Lafferty pulls from three, too short. Rebound pulled away by Soden, and he gets fouled. Quinn Hammer will pick up his second foul of the game.
That is the third team foul this half on the Astros.
Long possession here for the Bulldogs. They've gotten a couple of second chance opportunities. Soden again from the top of the key. Too strong. Kazajansky comes away with the long rebound. He gets blocked on the way up. Stays aggressive though. Toscano back to Kazajansky. They find Zimmerman near the elbow. Lafferty swings it. Zimmerman to the elbow again. He forces up a shot, but that's blocked by DeSalvo. Astros into transition. Chin pulls it down, finds the cutter in the lane, banging some bodies down low. Rebound doesn't go. The Bulldogs are out on the break. Kazajansky dishes to Zimmerman. Jumper's no good. Rebounded Anthony Chin. 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Some frantic action, but the Astros still hold a 20-point lead.
Yeah, the Astros finally deciding to slow the play down here, play for the last possession.
Yeah, except for Chin goes hard and pulls up with the offensive foul. As again, Lafferty slid his feet into the great defensive position that he's gained all night long and draws an offensive foul on Tyrone Chin. That's his second foul of the evening.
That last possession, I think it went about 90 seconds. Unfortunately, Bedford didn't come up with any points for it. Now they've got a chance to make up for that in the last 15 seconds of this quarter.
Soden dribbles up top. They're looking for the last shot. 10 seconds on the clock now. Toscano dishes to the corner, gets it back now.
5 seconds.
They find Lafferty in the middle. Kazajansky gets a shot away, but that's off the mark. So the Bulldogs will face a 20-point deficit heading into the fourth quarter. Astros lead 53-33.
Scoring so far, you've got Anthony Chin with 9 points, all in the first half. Tyrone Chin having a huge second half, scoring 11 points alone in that third quarter. He's got 13 altogether. Aiden Kane also blanked in the third. He's got 7 so far. Ethan Johnston with 2. Quinn Hammer with his only 2-pointer in the third quarter. Anthony DeSalvo with 3 points, and Jackson Marshall checking in with 17 to lead all scorers. Or actually, no, Soden, I think, has got more than that.
Yeah, I was just about to correct you. You did it yourself, so I appreciate that. The Bulldogs are led by Soden, and he leads all scorers. Great night for the sophomore guard as he has 20 points. Kazajanski has 8 points helping out, and they aren't getting much help otherwise. They have Toscano with 3 and TJ O'Connell with 2, and that rounds out the 33 points for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs could use a little more shooting like Luke Soden on the rest of the roster. He's been carrying the load here, but the rest of the teams have been having a bit of trouble finding the hole. Programming note here, tomorrow we'll be back on the air. Wednesday we'll be back on the air, the 26th. The girls basketball game against Merrimack here at BHS Gym. That's a 7 o'clock start. Thursday girls hockey at Sullivan Arena. That's a 7 p.m. face-off. And then Friday, the girls again here against Dover at 7.
Astros inbound it. They find Jackson Marshall for 3. No good. Offensive rebound almost by Hammerhead. Ball gets whacked out of his hands, and now Soden's out under the break. He'll slow it down and wait for help. Grudinskas swings to O'Connell. They're joined by Lafferty, Soden, and Cal McAuliffe on the floor. The Astros have the Chin brothers, Jackson Marshall, Quinn Hammer, and Sean Jenkins on the 5 starting the fourth quarter.
And Soden just called for a travel right there, turning the ball over.
Anthony Chin dribbles into pressure. Kicks it over to Tyrone Chin. Tyrone will settle and set up the offense. The Bulldogs in a man-to-man defense now. Trying to extend pressure. Sean Jenkins gets into the lane, can't finish. Marshall is there, gathers himself, gets blocked by McAuliffe. Kick to the corner, and now the Astros will settle things down again. They have a 20-point lead and will not feel any pressure to shoot too quickly. Tyrone Chin gets into the lane, misses, but Jackson Marshall is there to clean it up. He has 19 on the rebound and putback. He's a tough force down low, and the Bulldogs have had very few answers. As Soden hits a little baseline floater. 22 for Soden.
Soden doing all he can. Not enough, though. Still down by 20, the Bulldogs
enough.
are.
He has over 2/3 of the points for the Bulldogs tonight. 22 of the 35. Making some plays on the defensive end, too. Coming up with some steals. He'll pick up a foul here, though.
Yeah.
As Jenkins was driving hard righty, pivoted back, had a good look at it.
McAuliffe kind of strafed his hands. He thought he got all ball.
Oh, they called that on McAuliffe? I think that was on Soden going up, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, Soden picks up the foul. And geez, man, they're not giving him 2 shots there. I'm really surprised at that, but they're going to call it on the floor. Soden picks up his second. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the game. They get it into the big man, and Jackson Marshall finishes around 4 Bedford Bulldog defenders. He is a beast down low, and they could not stop him there. O'Connell gets into the lane. Nifty footwork and gets a lay-in off the backboard. He has 4 now.
They're calling something here. Are they calling it on McAuliffe?
Possibly a delay of game here. Yeah, so when the ball goes in from a bucket, the offensive players are not allowed to touch that. If they do touch it as it comes down through the net, they will call a delay of game. Usually they give a warning and say, hey, don't touch that anymore. And I think that was their warning. The Astros into the front court now. 20-point lead, 57-37. They get it down to the corner to Hammer. Back up top to Tyrone Chin. He's guarded by Grudinskas. Moving his feet. Pass across the lane was stolen by Soden momentarily, but Jackson Marshall picked it back off, and Marshall's going to pick up another offensive foul. Grudinskas got in the way that time. Seems like that is their best defense against Marshall, is getting in the way and trying to draw that charge.
And that's 2 fouls on Jackson Marshall here.
Late here in the game, 5 minutes left. He's got plenty of runway for another 3, so no real foul trouble for the big. McAuliffe finds Lafferty for 3, and it's good. Lafferty buries the 3.
His first points of the game.
57-40 is the lead for the Astros. They find Hammer down low, and he goes strong with the backboard tap on the lay-in. He has 4 now, and that lead is pushed back to 19. 59-40. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Moreno as his team trails by 19 with 4:49 left in the game.
You know, despite the 19-point deficit here, we've got a pretty excited crowd here with a big student section making a lot of noise, trying to cheer their Bulldogs on to victory, or at least try to get back to respectability in the final 4:49 of the game.
And it's been a relatively even game here in the second half. The Pinkerton Astros built out an 18-point lead at halftime as that second quarter spurt was aided by their defense. The Bulldogs held to only 4 points, and they've only expanded on that lead by 1 point here in the second half so far, as the lead is now 19.
That is a good point. They have been keeping pace with the Astros so far. Really, that second quarter, that terrible second quarter where they only got 4 points is what put them in the hole.
They've come out with more intensity, some more attention to detail on both sides of the court, and they've hung in here with a strong Astros team.
I'd like to acknowledge one more time our listeners on 95.1 WEVX, Dairies Evolution. Hope the Astros fans listening on 95.1 are enjoying this contest.
Barring some very hot shooting and some great looks by the Bulldogs, it's going to be a tough comeback here, as the Astros defense has been solid all night. Grudinskis up top. Finds Soden. Now to O'Connell and back to Grudinskis. They look inside. Soden finds McAuliffe down low. He's blocked by Hammer. Great defensive play by Quinn Hammer. And the Astros come away with the rebound. I'd like to see maybe an up fake there by McAuliffe. I don't think he knew Hammer was so close and was able to get that hand on the ball, but he was right there. Changed the shot with some excellent defense.
Coach Dave Chase shouting out directions to his players.
Chin there, gets away with one. Making some room for himself. O'Connell goes for his steal, no good. Lafferty playing defense in the corner on Hammer. Now Grudinskis gets the steal. He pauses, waits for the defender to fly by, and gets a bucket to go.
That's his first 2 points of the game. Yeah, he had the sense to wait out and wait for that defender to fly over his head. Got the bucket.
Astros now into the front court.
Another turnover.
Steal here as O'Connell gets it to Soden for 3, and it's
Got
good. Soden with another 3. He has 25 now, and 5 quick points gets Coach Chase to call a timeout. His lead is cut to 14, 59-45. And as we said, we needed some turnovers, some hot shooting, and we got both right away.
Yeah, the Astros, the Bulldogs have really turned up the pressure defensively, trying to force those turnovers, and they've gotten 2 in a row here that resulted in 5 points, 5 quick ones here with 3:23 to play.
They've got a lot of work to do, and not a lot of time to do it in, but certainly that was a start. 5 points real quick, 2 turnovers, a lay-in and a 3. But now I'm going to expect that the Astros are going to settle things down. Captain Aiden Kane checks back in. He'll join Anthony Chin, Tyrone Chin. Looks like Jackson Marshall and maybe Sean Jenkins, their starting 5, will be on the floor.
I was going to say that's their starting 5 that they're putting back out there.
For the Bulldogs, they come out with O'Connell, McAuliffe, Soden, the hot hand tonight, Lafferty and Grudinskis. Soden, like I said, the hot hand, he has 25, leading all scorers. Jackson Marshall has also been very impressive for the Astros as he has 21. And the Astros will inbound with Kane under his own basket. Full court man-to-man pressure here by the Bulldogs. They trap quickly, get a tip, but it is recovered by Kane. They get the odd man, but they'll settle things down as Jenkins pauses and throws cross-court to Chin. Marshall's double-teamed, handles it very easily. They get it down low, and Chin, Anthony Chin this time with great body control in the lane as he finishes. O'Connell for 3, well short. Marshall outlets to Kane, and he's away for an easy lay-in. And 4 of those 5 points have been made up very quickly.
Turnover under the basket goes off the Astros.
Kane has 9 points now, but the Bulldogs will be able to inbound. 63-45 is the lead for the Astros. 2:30 left here in the game. Grudinskis drives hard, draws 2. Kicks up to Lafferty. He drives into the lane. Looked like he got whacked on the way by, but
Yeah, I think he got a little hip check on the way to the basket.
they don't call it. Ball comes out of bounds, and Coach Moreno takes another timeout. So what looked somewhat promising as a quick 5-point burst was answered. A 5-point burst by the Bulldogs was answered quickly by the Astros on 2 quick lay-ins. 4 points, 2 by Chin and 2 by Kane. And the lead is back to 18.
Be sure to tune in on Wednesday night, the 26th, here at BHS Gym. Girls basketball action against Merrimack, a 7 o'clock tip-off. That game will be on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Then Thursday, TV-only game from Sullivan Arena on the campus of St. Anselm. It's going to be girls hockey against Concord. And then on Friday, we're back here for another girls contest, this time against Dover, a 7 p.m. tip-off on BCTV and Bedford 105.1, your stations for Bulldog Sports.
I can imagine the student section will be pretty excited on Friday night. I mean, what else do you have to do in Bedford, New Hampshire on a Friday night besides go to an athletic event?
I guess there's a few things you can do.
Come on, man, you're killing our audience. We need more people here. The Bulldogs are out, ready to inbound the ball. Lafferty will take it out. Grudinskis, O'Connell, Soden, and McAuliffe, I believe, are out there. The Astros come with both Chin brothers, Marshall, Kane, and Jenkins. They find McAuliffe down low. He kicks to O'Connell for 3 at the top of the key. That shot is good. Quick timeout by Coach Moreno. O'Connell with 7 now, his first 3-pointer. They ran some picket fences. Coach Chase is a little upset with some picks off ball. The referee says, I'll keep an eye on it, but didn't call anything there. And the lead is down to 15, 63-48, 2:22 left to go in the game.
Yeah, we were talking about the girls team. They're having an excellent year with a 11-2 record. They are in 3rd place, tied with BG and trailing the Pinkerton Astros. Their women's team is quite strong as well, 13-0 undefeated. Portsmouth 13-1. Looking at Merrimack, they come in at 6-6, Dover at 6-7. So 2 contests that should be fairly winnable for Coach Gibbs' team on Friday and Wednesday.
We have a dominant big in this game tonight, Jackson Marshall. We'll have a dominant big in that game as Lana McCarthy, the sophomore Bulldog, has had an impressive season so far. The Astros see full court man-to-man pressure here. Soden chases Kane deep. They inbound it near side to Tyrone Chin. Jackson Marshall finds Chin.
Almost a turnover right there.
All the way to Kane. Marshall will get hit on the way by on a quick pass from Kane. And the foul will be on Grudinskis. He picks up his 2nd foul. Only the 4th team foul here in the 2nd half. So a little ways to go for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, Marshall went to the foul line thinking he was fouled in the act of shooting. He almost was.
I thought he was too, honestly. I mean, he had a path to the basket there, and they did not give it to him. Chin gets double and triple teamed here, dribbles out of pressure, and O'Connell will pick up his 4th foul. He's confused how he got that foul, but he's hitting him and whacking him and trying to get that turnover. 2:03 left here in the game, 63-48, the Astros lead.
Bulldogs are still scrapping here even though they're down 15.
They sure are, playing man-to-man, trying to get a turnover. Looked like a backcourt violation, but the referee says it was tipped. Now Lafferty takes a foul to stop things. Lafferty's 2nd. They're trying to get into that 1-and-1.
That was pretty close. I mean, Chin was still dribbling the ball when he crossed over the timeline.
Yeah, we saw the referee standing right there make a motion that ball was tipped. So, yes, it did look like a backcourt violation. but apparently the defender got a hand on it, who was Lafferty. Picks away from the ball. Kane dishes, finds Jenkins, and he finishes. Sean Jenkins, body control in the air, and gets the lay-in. 65-48. Soden now from 3. That's off. Marshall with the rebound. Outlet to Kane. They tried for the alley-oop, but that is blocked by Soden. But deflected out of bounds. And the Astros will keep it. Johnston will check in for Kane for Pinkerton. And they will inbound under their offensive basket. Jenkins gets free. They find Chin, but his pass to his brother is wayward. Now Soden for 3, too strong. Rebound to Cal McAuliffe. He gets whacked on the rebound.
I think that's going to be Anthony Chin drawing that foul. That should be his 3rd.
That is number 3. Anthony Chin called on that foul.
He got Zimmerman right on the face, too. That
was McAuliffe getting that, but
McAuliffe,
Zimmerman checks in for McAuliffe. Now Toscano will check in. He will check in for Brady O'Connell, who made a brief appearance. 1:31 to go here in the game, 65-48. 17-point lead for the Astros. They find Zimmerman at the top of the key. O'Connell now pulls from 3, too strong, and that hits some of the support pieces above the basket and is considered out of bounds. So tough shooting night all along. O'Connell has hit 1 3. He has 7 points, but has been off from his usual outside shooting. O'Connell will take a seat, and Toscano will take a seat as Brady O'Connell comes back in, and Andrew Grinskis will come back in. We're going to play some offense-defense here with Coach Moreno. Inbound goes to Anthony Chin. Now back to Marshall. He dribbles out of a double team. His pass is tipped. Brady O'Connell hustles, gets the ball.
He went down awkwardly.
He did. He stepped on that sideline as he was trying to make that save, and you're right, he did go down awkwardly.
He might have pulled something. I think he slipped and kind of went into a split without, unexpectedly. Might have pulled something.
Tender groin muscle there as he went into that split.
So Sean Toscano's back in now.
Inbound comes to Marshall. He gets fouled pretty quickly there by Andrew Zimmerman. And that will be the team's 7th foul. And Jackson Marshall will head to the line for a 1-and-1. O'Connell comes in for Gradinskis. Again, offense-defense. O'Connell, a better three-point shooter than Gradinskis. Looking for open looks here. 1:11 left in the game. Marshall's front end is good, so he earns a second. He has 22 now on that free throw.
And Marshall's a perfect 4 for 4 from the line.
Again, impressive touch for the big man.
His shot, he just basically throws it in.
And his second is good too. 23 now for Marshall.
Not a lot of arc, it just goes straight to the bucket.
O'Connell pulls, and his three-pointer is too strong. Marshall comes down with a rebound. Haven't been tracking rebounds, but Marshall has to have a double-double tonight.
And it's going to be an out of bounds on the Astros. Cross-court pass by Marshall intended for Tony Chin. I think he thought it might have been touched. He let it go out of bounds. The officials say Bedford ball.
56 seconds to go here in the game. We're going to get some kind of call here, probably a defensive foul. And yes, it is defensive foul on Tyrone Chin. That's his third. And Soden will go to the line. He is 1 for 2 from the line tonight. 25 points, leading all scorers, and he's looking to add to that. It is a 1-and-1, and his front end is good. He earns a second.
Soden 2 for 3 from the charity stripe.
54 seconds left. Coach Chase is looking to get one of his bench players in. Jordan Suarez goes to the table. He'll check in as Soden's second free throw rattles around. He has 27 points now. Jordan Suarez checks in for Ethan Johnston. Double team deep in the corner here. Wow, they balanced that tightrope along the end line there, but stay in bounds. Cutter for Marshall. He's deep in low and gets another bucket. 25 now for Marshall. Soden pulls from 3. That's going to be way off. Zimmerman now. Wow, he got whacked by Marshall. They don't call it.
Oy.
Quinn now is going to make a highlight reel. Can't get it to go down, though.
Yeah, a little too ostentatious there.
Yeah, a 19-point lead. I don't think he's too worried about it. Toscano's 3 is off. Rebound here by Tyrone Chin. So I don't think that Coach Chase is going to be too upset about that. He likes when his players get excited, and they're going to run out the clock. Impressive victory here for the Astros tonight. We see why they are an 11-2 team, now going to 12-2 as they pull out the 69-50 victory here at Bedford High School over the Bulldogs. Quick scoring rundown for the Astros. As I mentioned, Jackson Marshall late there had 25 points. Combination of inside, outside, and perfect from the free throw line. Other scorers in the books for the Astros. Tyrone Chin had 13. Anthony Chin 11. Aiden Kane 9. Quinn Hammer had 4. Anthony DeSalvo 3. Ethan Johnston and Sean Jenkins rounded out the scoring with 2 each.
For Bedford, we got Andrew Gudinskis with 2 points. As you mentioned, Luke Soden checking in with 27 points on the night. Very impressive. Sean Toscano with 3. TJ O'Connell with 7. Dylan Lafferty with the lone 3 in the second half. Austin Kazajansky checking in with 5 points. So, Corey, it was an exciting game, but it was too much for the Bulldogs, handling all that size and physicality by the Astros.
Some great athletes out there, putting some pressure on the defensive end in particular, getting some turnovers, which lead to easy points and fast breaks. So, congratulations to the Astros. Again, they improved to 12-2 on the season. And
Bulldogs are at 9-6, and they're staying in 8th place.
A couple tough games coming up for the Bulldogs, too, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. They have Nashua South, Salem, and Dover to round out their schedule. All teams right in about the same record on the season as the Bulldogs as they look to get on a roll heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, they only have 4 games left in this season, so if they can do pretty well, if they can maintain that position in tournament seeding, they should be okay going into the postseason. So we're going to say goodbye here. Thanks a lot to the folks at WEVXLP for joining us on this broadcast. Glad to have you along. We will be back here I keep saying tomorrow, on Wednesday. It's going to be girls basketball here against Merrimack Tomahawks on the 26th, 7 p.m. tip-off. Make sure you join us for that. Thanks to Bill Jennings on camera and graphics tonight. Corey Munstertiger over there. I'm Harry Kozlowski. So long. Final score is PA 69, Bedford 50. You've been listening and watching Bedford basketball on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.